Das ist Berlin, wie es weint und wie es lacht.
So let's drive to the Philharmonie.
Okay, great.
Yes. We're going to see a concert, but I'll tell you about it in a little bit.
Excellent, excellent.
I chose it because I say it's a good timing, and we'll see the beautiful young artists who are in the Academy of the Philharmonie.
Lovely.
They're all students, and that fits to you. To you.
Right, right. To my students. Excellent. Excellent.
Exactly. So how do you
what a
go
treat.
around with in Berlin? By car, or you take the...
By car.
Yeah, huh? Yes.
I'm a complete illiterate what public transportation is concerned. My kids are great, but yeah, I drive.
Okay. So is there a big, Noemi, a big Bolivian community in Berlin?
I know there's quite a few, and I don't necessarily just look at the Bolivians, but maybe all the Latin Americans. Somehow it's one big family.
Okay.
But, and this is going to sound crazy, I don't have a lot of contact with them because I remember when I was 17 and left home to go to school and to go to college, my dad always said, you know what, be proud of who you are and try to associate with the people of where you go. And don't
Wise.
stick to one
Very
nationality.
wise.
So I've made French friends when I was in France, I've made American friends when I was in America, I've made Bolivian friends when I was there, and I make German friends when I'm here. Although Berlin is such a melting pot, I have friends from all over the place. But I don't necessarily stick to the Latin community only.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's but that you have different. Oh, there was an accident.
Oh.
That happens too in the city.
Yeah.
huh?
Oh, he took the
Oh,
whole
he
light
took
with
the whole light. with him.
He was in a hurry.
And you speak how many languages?
4.
4.
Yeah.
That is Hebrew, Spanish, English, and
I understand
German.
Hebrew. I don't speak a lot. Spanish, German, English, and French. Yeah.
Beautiful. I only speak 2 languages.
Well, I always grew up with different languages. I spoke a little bit of German, a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of English as I was growing up, and then I learned French in France, which helped. And so that helps. And my kids switch back and forth as well. They speak English at home, and amongst each other they speak Spanish now because they learn Spanish so well. And at school, of course, and everywhere else, they speak German. So
Okay.
they do the same, and they switch very easily from one language to the other.
Tell me where you teach. Where are those students from?
I teach at an American Jewish college, and those students are a mixture. We have students really from all over the place. I think at least 20 countries. I have American students, I have Russian students, I have a few German students, I have let me think. They're really from all over, and it's a nice melting pot. And it's a Jewish college, but it has all kinds of religions as well. So it really that makes it special, and it's very small. They only have about 140 in total, so the classes are small and very personal.
Nice.
Yeah, and the contrast to that is the German institution that I teach at, or college, where most of the kids are German, except for some exchange students that come from Italy or France or Spain. I had one from Egypt, or the U.S. as well. And there are a lot more. I had 70 students last semester, so that's a whole different program. It's a whole different way of teaching.
So you're a full-time working mama.
Yes.
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 So now we're almost at the Philharmonie. Do you take your kids to the classic concerts?
I try. It's a challenge right now to even speak about it. So honestly, the last time we've been at least half a year back. I mean, they'll do things. You know, I don't have to physically force them.
Yeah.
They'll come, but it's not like they come to me and beg me to go to a concert. At least not one of these concerts.
Do you play an instrument?
I played the piano when I was a child, but I sang a lot. I even sang in the San Francisco Opera Choir for a while, and in our college choir, and so I love singing, and I really miss it.
So now we're we're going to arrive at the Philharmonie, and I'm going to tell off the story of the Philharmonie. Because now we're at the east side of the city. We were at the west, at your house, and now we're at the east part of the city, which used to be the formerly DDR.
Hard to imagine sometimes, and fascinating at the same time, how this history reunited.
All those buildings. You saw it, right? You were here for the big opening.
Yes, when none of this existed. Well, the Philharmonie was there, I suppose, but all of the rest didn't exist yet, so yeah.
There it is.
I love it.
The former Philharmonie, a former skating ring, was used by the Philharmonie as a concert hall from 1888. 1944, the old Philharmonie was destroyed by bombs. 1956, architect Hans Scharoun won the competition of a concert hall. Herbert von Karajan at the groundbreaking ceremony 1960. Due to its location near Berlin Wall, the concert hall stands alone in an almost undeveloped environment. We're here in the Philharmonie, and we're going to listen to the students of the Akademie of the Karajan Philharmonie. Isn't that nice?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
They're doing their masters and they're performing for it. And you can always see the concerts.
Yeah. I didn't know. I should know, but this is absolutely amazing.
You know, you can see here the future.
I'm very honored to be here.
And now before we're going to see the show, you're going to tell me something really, really nice. You told me in the car, but we couldn't finish it. I asked you if you take public transportation, and you said something so nice.
I did. The only time that I actually did take public transportation, we took a bus, and we had to hold him because my mother couldn't run so much, and it was my daughter's birthday, and we wanted to go to the zoo. So we got into the bus, and we apologized and thanked him for waiting, which is not normal. And my mother said to him, you know, it's all right, it pays off because you're taking a birthday child. And he just said, oh, come on, sit. So we sit down, and about 5 minutes into the ride, he grabs his microphone and says, ladies and gentlemen, there's a birthday child on this bus, and I want everyone to sing. And the bus was completely filled, and everybody sang. Everybody saying happy birthday.
That is so beautiful.
We
and
were
that's
touched
in
to
Berlin.
tears. This was wonderful. This was absolutely wonderful.
Your last statement to Berlin, it's worth to come visit it.
Oh, it's so worth to live here. It's a lovely city.
Love it.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, then I want to thank you for being on my Berlin.
Thank you.
We're going to enjoy the concert and looking forward to see you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much for having me and for this treat.
The Karajan Akademie, founded 40 years ago by Herbert von Karajan and funded by private donors. Highly talented young musicians are taught by members of the Berliner Philharmonie and are prepared for the life of professional orchestral musicians. Both in classes and working together with long-standing and experienced members of the Berlin Philharmonic, the students learn the particular style and the sound ideal of the orchestra. If you'd like to visit one of the concerts, please visit the website of the Berliner Philharmonie, and the concerts are free of entrance.
That was such a beautiful afternoon and evening with Noemi Castellanos de Küter. I'm now at the end of my Berlin. I hope you like it and I see you next time. Bye.
Süßen Schuss. Berlin, Berlin, hier lebt der Mensch gefährlich. Und rutscht er aus, dann dreht sich keiner um. Doch haut er hin, dann ist der Beifall ehrlich. Berlin, Berlin, du bist mein Publikum. Das ist Berlin, wie es weint und wie es lacht.